Hello, gorgeous, beautiful, divine, intuitive beings, and welcome to Find Your Divine Yoga Tarot Flow with Jocelyne Kelsey Leach. Welcome, Jocelyne. You're in a very trippy, lovely space. Feels kind of jungly.
Let me turn the lights off. Maybe they're strobing off.
Okay, so what we're going to be doing, first of all, I'll explain to you what I'm doing here with Jocelyne. Then I will hand over to Jocelyne for her to explain to you what we're going to be doing. It's an interactive yoga class, though, and obviously you are not being seen, so you can get away with what you want within reason, but it is a proper interactive yoga class that we are doing. So the reason I am here with Jocelyne is because Jocelyne is a client of mine in my mastermind. And when Jocelyne first came to me, I think it'd be fair to say, Jocelyne, that you were overwhelmed with so much. Hello, Anne. Lovely to see you here. So much talent, so many skills, so many tools that you had packed around your yoga belt, and and it was like, and you coming to me and going into transformative tarot, and it was like, oh gosh, am I just actually adding another thing to the belt of access bars, yoga teaching, oracle reading, face reading, palmistry? Any more that you can add to that? Women's empowerment coaching, that's another one. Oils, did you say?
Akashic Records.
Akashic Records is another one. Yeah. And I'm sure that you can probably relate if you're in this spiritual arena of like being the eternal student. And then the more that you actually do, the more overwhelming it gets, the less you get anywhere. And so what we did is we really worked on Jocelyne seeing herself as the powerful gift, because each and every one of us has that. And so that's what we do in the mastermind, is we work out what your superpower is, and then you bring your tools together. Jocelyne in particular, I call the magician of the mastermind group, because she's often wearing, I don't know if she's wearing it today, but she's often wearing the infinity symbol. Yes, there we go. You've got two today. Very interesting, because I'm on strength today as well. So that's two infinity symbols, the magician and strength. And this basically means that she's an energetic rewirer, also being Gemini, ruled by Mercury, the magician. She's an energetic rewirer. That's really what she does. And if you've experienced this at all before, if you've experienced Jocelyne's sessions, you'll really feel that. But that is what I'm doing here with Jocelyne now, is we've brought everything together for her, and she's got this amazing package now called the Yoga Divine Tarot Yoga Flow. But on that note, I will hand you over to Jocelyne for Jocelyne to tell you a little bit more of who she works with and how she works with it. And then anyone watching that would like a card, and I'm not going to tell you anymore because I'm going to hand over to Jocelyne, but you just raise your hand when she says, would you like a card? And she'll tell you what's going to happen. All right, Jocelyne, I'm going to hand over to you to introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you, Tiffany. My name's Jocelyne Kelsey Leach, as Tiffany said, and I'm a women's empowerment coach and yoga teacher, and now a tarot practitioner, pulling all those things together. And I work with prime-time women mostly, who have got to that point in their lives where they're stuck, they're finding it hard to make choices and just need some help moving on to that next stage in life.
And how do you do that?
And I do it by a combination of movement, because I realised that movement was the missing key to get us kind of embodied in what's going on with our energetic system. So that's where the tarot and the yoga come in, and most particularly the chakras, because they are energy vortexes along our major energy system. So I use a combination, and that was it. The missing piece was the tarot, to help kind of pull that together.
Wow. And so you're going to show us how that's done today with the tarot and the yoga and what it does and how you put it all together. Yes?
Yes.
Exciting stuff. So we've got a couple of people here live. Well done. Thank you for finding us, because the streaming is broken in my group at the moment. So well done on finding us on the Biz page. And would anyone here like a card? So what will happen is you just say yes please, say yes please in the comment, and then what will happen is Jocelyne will pull you a card, and that card will show what chakra is needing some work. Okay, and then she will give you we will all do a yoga pose, because we believe that every single person that says yes please, it's for you as well. There's a reason why you're watching this, and it's part of a collective. Okay, so Anne has said yes please. So would you like to crack on with Anne, please, Jocelyne?
Okay, Anne, I'm just going to shuffle. I'm just going to spend a moment or two connecting to the general energy. So there'll be a few moments of quietness while I keep shuffling, and then I'm going to pull a card. So if we all just ground ourselves, you might be sitting or standing, just feel your bottom in your chair, and most importantly, feel your feet on the floor, and feel that beautiful long spine, because that is when the spine is long, when there's an uninterrupted flow through the spine, there's a flow of energy moving up and down the spine. So no slumping, in other words. And you might get that sense that as you take an inhale, you've got energy rising up through your spine towards the top. And as you exhale, it's like a thermometer. The energy moves back down again. Inhaling, energy moving up. Exhale, and it moves back down again. Okay. So I'm just cutting the cards, and I'm pulling one from the middle. So you can open your eyes again. I don't know if you can see that, I seem a bit dark here, but that's the 5 of Swords, and that is at the throat chakra, which is very interesting. We've just done the Clubhouse, and the last card we pulled was also at the throat chakra, and that was the 3 of Cups, which is more to do with emotions. The Swords is more to do with our thinking matter. It's more to do with our thoughts. So this is also a card that, like I say, it's at the throat. So it could be that there's something playing on your mind, maybe Anne or maybe someone in our collective group, something playing on your mind that kind of needs to be said. And sometimes if it's a difficult thing that needs to be said, it all bunches up here. It gets stuck and it comes out badly. It comes out like in a way that you didn't mean, with a kind of a force or an emotion that wasn't your intention, and the way it comes across is a bit distorted. And the other thing that can happen is, I don't know, I've had it before where I've been so emotional about something that literally it's like my throat starts to cramp. It's kind of, you know, when they say having a lump in your throat. So, and it's almost been like something's gone like that in my throat, because the words just couldn't come out because I was so emotional. So maybe there's something like that going on for someone here today. So,
and also on the replay as well. You know, it's there's always a reason, like that. The person that is asking for the card, isn't it? It's like that is the one that is the core, but it ripples out as well to people live and on replay, and that's how the collective is happening.
Yes, it's whoever has asked for the card might just be a kind of messenger. They might be a conduit to allow
right.
into the space, because most of the people that we attract to this page, to this event, they're empaths, or they have some kind of spiritual gift, or something is going on. So for them, their reason for coming here today might be that they have enabled this to move through this group. They've channeled or been open enough to allow this energy to flow through. And likewise, you know, the cards being pulled, whatever comes. It's also, you know, whatever comes, it might not seem apparent at the time, but maybe an hour after this recording is finished and we're all off into our lives, you then see, okay, that's what that was about. That's
Well, I know I really resonate with it already. That's a massive thing from today and yesterday and just in general at the moment. I'm wondering where Anne is at with it, but you're going to give us a pose for it? Yes?
I am, yes, I am. So, okay. So what we're going to do, it's going to be a little like an extension of what I just did in Clubhouse, but we're going to free it physically. So let's all come to standing. My light feels a bit strange here, so I hope you can see what I'm doing. So we're coming to standing, and we're coming into Tadasana, which is mountain pose. And so we're aligned with shoulders, hips and heels all in alignment, so that we've got a nice straight spine. And that means that we've got a natural curve in the lower back, and we're able to lift at the breastbone. Okay. So from here, let's just take a couple of breaths just to free the body in case anyone's been sat at their desk for a while. So free your arms, and as you inhale, allow the arms to just drift up above your head. Inhaling, exhaling, coming back down. Inhale once again. Free your chin this time and take it up a little without pushing your ribs forward. And then exhale and come back down. Now inhale once again. Free your chin, expand your chest. And exhale. And as you exhale this time, as the hands pass the heart, begin to fold at your hips. If you're tight in the hamstrings, you're going to bend your knees. And in fact, we're all going to bend our knees somewhat right now. So nice straight back, so you've got a curve in your lower back. And bring your hands onto your knees so you feel supported. So I've got my feet wider than hip distance now, so that we've got a nice firm base. And I'm pressing down. You see that there? I'm pressing like this with the heel of my hand on my knee. So that when I bend the elbows come back a bit like doing cobra pose. And we're going to bend the elbows and fold a little more, a bit like cow pose. And then inhale, lift the chin a little. And then exhale, fold. We'll fold a little deeper this time. All the way down, head relax, neck relax. Press your hands into your knees, lengthen your spine. Lift your chin just a little and feel the cow pose feel here. That's an inhale. Exhale, fold. Relax your chin, your neck, your head. Dangle down in between your legs. Let your head be loose and smooth. Elbows in, push into your hands, draw your tummy in, broaden your chest. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Head heavy and dangling. Inhale, come up. Broaden your chest. We're lifting the chin just a little. So from your chin down to your breastbone, you're feeling the skin stretched a little. Exhale, fold. Dangle there for a moment, enjoying that length through the spine. And inhale. Broaden your chest. Pause here a little longer. Okay, one more exhale. And this time, let go of your hands. Let your hands come down towards the floor. Widen your feet just a little bit. Knees can still be a little bent. And we're just dangling, letting any tension pull out through the spine, softening around the jaw, the neck, the throat. No tension in the chin. Okay, now we're going to bring into the collarbones. Coil into your belly. Let your head dangle, your arms dangle. Lead with the back of your heart rolling all the way up to standing. Rolling all the way up, your chin on your collarbones as long as you can. And when your spine is long, free your chin. And then let's take an inhale. And exhale back.
Oh, I feel so much better already. Really.
Loosen up the spine. And broaden the chest. And we got some energy moving through the whole of the spinal column.
Absolutely. I feel like loosened. I feel energetically rewired. I feel hot, but I feel like you've taken 10 years off me. Like you've got a superpower of taking years off of people with yoga. So thank you, Anne. She's fed back that she knows she needs to ask some questions, but has been ignoring and no more. So hopefully that has been really good for everyone watching here on live or on replay. It's definitely a reason that, you know, there's something there and some kind of shift. And when I work, so hot now, but it was really good. You've really got the energy moving. And Anne is saying thank you. She needed that shift of energy. So anybody else watching, would you like a card? We're doing the Divine Yoga Tarot Flow with Jocelyne. And so what she does is she picks a card from her Chakra Wisdom Tarot, which shows you the chakra that needs a little bit of TLC, shall we say. And Jocelyne is really good at rewiring that with the yoga practice. So put in the chat box if you would like a card now, if you would like one. And Jocelyne, how long have you been practicing yoga again?
45 years.
45 years. Wow. Okay. So as we said, that this is a yoga flow, and it's quiet today because the streaming is broken in the group. Maybe it means that I'm supposed to have a card.
I think that would be I think so.
Okay, all right then. Let's do this, because we're talking about the collective parts of the, you know, we all come together and have a collective part to play. So I am going to swallow that and say, okay, give me another card, give me another another bit of heat.
Yes. Whatever it is, burn it up. Okay. Would you believe it? We've got another throat chakra card.
I would absolutely believe it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's now because it's now Knight of Wands, which is interesting because you just said you were feeling heat.
So hot. Yeah.
So we're at the throat chakra still. It's as if we all need a little bit of help with the throat chakra. And I think in general we all do, because for smooth communication, we need to be in command of, and we need to be, we kind of need to own what comes out, don't we? And that's the hardest thing, because sometimes we're expecting a certain response from someone, and that kind of tempers the way we deliver what it is we need to deliver.
Mm.
It would be easier sometimes if we just wrote it down and someone else spoke it for us. Anyway, what does the Knight of Wands mean to you, Tiffany?
Well, I find it interesting that it's the throat chakra and that it's blue, because to me, the Knight of Wands is a red energy, and he doesn't really care what he says. I don't think he's just really quite loud and can be quite unconscious with it. I'm a Leo, I am a wand, and I really do think there is a big message coming through about needing to be more conscious, you know, about communication and the effects that it has. And like you say, once it's out, you've got to own it. So it's really important to have the full picture to actually communicate in fullness. And I think personally, I have a difficult time slowing down enough for the whole communication to come out. And I think a lot of people can resonate with that. I don't think it's just me. But I think the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is, I would say, that character is that character that just is so fast and so loud, he can't do that. So I guess, yeah.
Maybe brash at times as well, you know, thinks last after they've caused the damage, if you know what I mean. You know, the horse has bolted.
Exactly. It's a bit wild and a bit out there.
Well, you know, the knight is always riding a horse, and sometimes the horse is walking, sometimes it's doing a sitting trot, a rising trot, a canter, or a gallop. And depending on who we're communicating with, we need to temper our speed and our pace with who we're talking to, really, because sometimes they're not in the same place. I think we were talking about this recently, where, you know, some people aren't ready to hear the message. And you know, that's where the trickiness comes. So I've got a great practice for us, and it's going to really, in people who need heat, it's going to create some heat. In people who've got too much heat, it's going to disperse the heat. And it's called Ha Kriya. Okay. One that feels like they're being a bit of a nana and they feel a bit self-conscious, just remember, it's fine. No one can see you unless you happen to be doing this on the beach. Then they might. And also, if you feel silly, just close your eyes, because as we all know, if you've got your eyes closed, no one can see you. Okay, so I'm going to start you off gently, and then I'm going to, we're going to go for it. Okay, we're going to ride this horse fast. Just for you.
Okay.
Okay, ladies, on your feet. Take a wide stance. And I think in Tai Chi or Qigong, this is called your Tan Tien or something like that. As if you're sitting on a horse, which is so apt. Okay, so you're like this. I like to go a bit deeper, and I like to turn my knees out a little, but it's not necessary. You could have your feet parallel. You could have your knees a little wider. And not this. It's not chair pose. The spine right, because remember, I was just saying we need the energy to flow up and down. So the spine is right, and we're like this. We're sitting on this horse. We're not laying on it. Okay, so sit on your horse. Now, if you need to, if the legs get a little tired, you or anyone else, just lengthen them for a minute and then come back down. Okay, we're going to make fists like this, and we're going to bring them in to our hips here. We're going to invite the hands forward with open hands. We're going to grab something, pull it back in. The other way you can look at this is that we've got something here and we're taking it out and we're dispersing it. So you might be pulling it in, you might be diffusing it, you might be discharging, you might be drawing it in. Okay. All righty. So we're going to inhale, exhale. All right. Inhale. Do a few up. I'm going to speed it up a little. We're going to do 8 ahead, 8 up. We're going to do several rounds, 8 forward, 8 up. Then we're going to take it to 4, then 2, then 1. Okay? So if you need to break, if you need to stop, if you need to stretch your legs, just do so and then jump back in when you can. Okay? We're in through the nose, out through the mouth. Quite often we're in through the nose and out through the nose, but today I want you to ha, ha. Okay, as much noise as you like to make is good. So a little faster than we've been doing. 8 forward, then 8 up. Are you ready? Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 1. Again, 4. 2. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 in front, up, in front, and up. Then 2 more. Go a little wider. Really start moving the energy. You're either throwing it out or drawing it in. Throwing it out or drawing it in. You can feel it in the throat. That ha is really bringing it out. Ha, ha, ha. If you've been coughing, ha, 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 ha. Stop, pause. Bend your legs a little more deeply. Feel the energy in your hands running through your spine. Long, deep, cool breaths. Move your arms out. Turn yourself down and slowly push the floor away and come up. So, strangely hot and strangely pacified at the same time. Maybe a feeling of a little floatiness, a little kind of oof, because we've just moved a lot of energy, we've changed the inward terrain. So you might just need a moment. If you're dizzy, just put your hand on something and hold on. And then just contemplate, if you know there's something to be said, just contemplate this feeling of approaching what needs to be said in this space, this kind of space of being cleansed through that central channel. That's a dog making that funny noise there.
I'm just thinking that it's like the Knight of Wands' horse, just like, yeah, having a really like, yeah, you've done it. You shifted the energy. Well done.
She's got a kind of saddle on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. She's like, yeah, you rode me so well.
Oh, Mum. Now she's rolling in her field.
And it's that chakra, the heart chakra. Is that a heart chakra rug?
On the
Yeah.
mat.
Yeah.
That's a mandala that shows all the stages of the moon around the outside, and it shows north, south, east, and west. So it's pointed to the north at the moment.
It's like you've completed the cycle. Well done. So there you go. That's what we're talking about. Collective energy. Thank you so much. I feel really balanced now. I was so hot after the last one, and now I feel really like so much has been released, and I can't get over. Of course I can, but you know what I mean, just how apt it's been. So
3 throat chakra cards in a row.
Yes, because we did it on Clubhouse earlier as well. Yes, so really a lot of energy around there. And so I guess you guys can see, whether you're on replay or on live, you know, just how powerful it is when you put tarot together with yoga. And when you have Jocelyne in the center of that as the energetic rewirer. So if
the sofa now doing her thing.
So yeah, she's like, yeah, it's so good. This stuff is so good. So if you're in this place where you're like, yeah, you want to be like Jocelyne's dog, energetically rewired and feeling that great, then
throw yourself on the floor and do this.
Then please do pop a comment in this live, because I think you've got a couple of spaces left, a couple of clients spaces available at the moment. So yeah, okay, so if that's the case, what happens if they say, hey Jocelyne, I'd like a session? What happens?
So I will just message them with a link to my online diary so they can make an appointment, and that takes about 60 minutes. And then we just go through, we have a similar kind of thing. It's not quite the same as this, but very similar. I pulled 7 cards and we discuss what's going on, and you know, we have a general chat about life and what's happening and where life is a bit sticky. And you know, maybe it's not a difficult problem that's going on. Maybe there's no obvious problem at all. But anyway, we pull some cards, and then on the first, the intro session, then I just discuss the cards and see what's come up and see the kind of yoga that would help in that particular circumstance. But if we then go on to work together, there's another 3 sessions after that, and then we will work together and we will do a session together each time we meet. So we will pull cards, and then I will take whatever the energy is of that moment, and we will both work in a yoga session together, recorded, and you can work with it until the time we meet again, which is 2 and 4.
Right, I get it. So yes, well, let me just recap. So basically what would happen is, if somebody says, yes, I would like it's a free introductory session, isn't it? Yes. So you just put in the comment, yes, please. Then Jocelyne will get back to you and book you in for a free introductory, where she will pull 7 cards that will be one for each of your chakras, and you will talk about life and the energies around it and where the blocks are, where it's sticky. Yes. And then if you choose to continue after that, you'll get back on another Zoom and lay the cards again and start activating with the yoga together then?
Yes, it will depend what's going on, how that person feels. But there will be at least 3 more live sessions where we do yoga together. That first session, we might do something together, or I might record something, depending what kind of yoga knowledge that person has, because I know people come from different yoga traditions, or they might not have done yoga at all. So that first session, it's just a get to know you session. What kind of yoga, what kind of issues, what would be most appropriate. And then I'll give that person some information to get going with. So that might be a recorded session. And then after that, 3 more sessions where we meet live and we work together live. So I can see that person, see how they're moving, because I can tell things about a person by the way they move their body, by the way they stand, by their posture. So if I can then see them moving, we get a better idea of what would be really something that would shift the energy.
So it's a very tailored, very bespoke coaching, tarot and yoga all in one go, where you're really focusing on the person. It's more than just a one-to-one yoga session. It's like the whole bespoke coaching, tarot, yoga. And when if someone signs up, if or when afterwards, and you do that yoga live with them, you record it, and that becomes their practice until the next session. And then you shift it again, and then you shift it again. So it's like 3 layers of shift. Yes.
And
wow.
I can't be more specific because, like you say, it depends on every person and their uniqueness. And so it's down to what I see before me, and then I create with what I see before me.
Amazing. So please do just drop a comment on the post. If just say, hey Jocelyne, I would really like a session, really like to just hook up with you, have a chat and see, and Jocelyne will get back to you. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Anne, and for asking for a card, and thank you, Jocelyne. That's brilliant.
Always my pleasure.
All right, take care.
Fun, don't we, when we do these?
Yes, always. And your dog just added to it. It was fantastic. All right, peeps. Take care for now. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, everyone.